Okay, and then as far as sriracha goes, I'm usually kind of a wussy, but lately I've been making a big mess. That's what I've been doing. I don't know if you could see that, but I literally just sprayed sriracha all over me. Kinley's laughing. So these are the ingredients that I'm going to be using for the creamy peanut sauce that you dip the spring rolls into. I'm actually taking 2 recipes and mixing them and then also adding in what I want. So it's not really a recipe to follow. So if you want to search the internet and find one that works for you, that's awesome. I just know that I like a certain few items in mind to make it really yummy. We've made it several times and we just kind of keep tweaking it a little. So we've got creamy peanut butter and rice vinegar, soy sauce, sriracha, sesame oil, hoisin sauce, ginger, garlic, lime juice, and a little bit of brown sugar. Okay, so first we are going to put about half a cup of creamy peanut butter into our bowl. I also typically buy name brand peanut butter. I'm not a big name brand snob, but for peanut butter I totally am. But this one actually tastes pretty good. I was kind of impressed with Great Value's peanut butter. Okay, there's about half a cup. I'm going to put it in the bowl. And then next we're going to add some soy sauce. It calls for 4 teaspoons and we are doubling it, but I don't want it to be too salty, so I'm actually just going to put in 6 and then taste it and see and maybe add more. 3, 4, 5, 6. If I don't count out loud, I will totally forget what I'm doing and then I have no clue what's in there. I usually cook, if there's a recipe, I will follow it kind of, but I always tweak it a little bit. And sometimes it's a success and sometimes I'm like, next time I need to do this differently. So don't completely 100% follow what I'm doing. This is just kind of an idea of how we do this. Okay, and then rice wine vinegar. This wasn't in either of the recipes I found, but I personally think that vinegar is good in everything you eat. I love vinegar. So just a little, and then again, you can taste it and kind of see. The next one is lime, and it calls for fresh lime. I didn't have any fresh lime on hand, which actually isn't true. The last time I went to Walmart to get fresh limes, they were awful. Awful. They were so bad. So I got this instead, little lime juice guy. Okay, so it calls for 1 tablespoon, and we're going to double it, and this is only half. So that's 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so next we are going to add some brown sugar just to sweeten it up a little. The peanut butter is pretty sweet. I've had some with brown sugar, some without, so I feel like this recipe is kind of just do however you like it. It's going to be amazing no matter what happens. Because who can go wrong with peanut sauce? Okay, so this calls for 2 teaspoons, but we're going to double it. So we're going to do 4. 2. 3. Kinley says it smells so good. And 4. Okay. Okay, and then as far as sriracha goes, I'm usually kind of a wussy, but lately I've been making a big mess. That's what I've been doing. I don't know if you could see that, but I literally just sprayed sriracha all over me. Kinley's laughing. I didn't open it all the way, and then when I squeezed it, it was like, we're going to open all the way up and make a big mess. Okay, so now we're going to add a little bit of ginger, and I don't have any fresh ginger on hand, so we're just going to use a little bit. This one's not even opened yet. A little bit of powdered ginger, ground ginger. So I'm just going to start with a little bit because I'm not sure exactly with ground versus fresh, the difference. And then we need some hoisin sauce, which I had no clue what it was until I started making a lot of Vietnamese and Asian dishes at home. And this one is a whole tablespoon, but Emery has discovered this and she loves to put it in her ramen noodles. And so it's looking kind of shabby, like there's not a whole lot left, but that's okay. We'll just get out what we can. Emery, what do you think hoisin sauce tastes like? Do you have any idea?
It's like kind of sweet and salty.
She says it's kind of sweet and salty. She's over there to the corner doing her homework, so just the last little bit out. We need to add that to our grocery list. Garlic. And I've had a garlic press before, and there were days that I liked it and other days that I hated it. I hate cleaning it. I hate that your fingers end up smelling like garlic, and so this is my go-to every single time. Ben definitely likes fresh pressed garlic from the clove. He will get that every time if he can. But I for sure go for easy. Okay, and there's nothing that has anything with sesame seed oil, but there is something about this. It's you only need a smidgen, and it just makes the hugest difference in what you're eating. It tastes so good. Okay, so I think we have all our ingredients in here. We're just going to stir this up and see what consistency it gets to. And then I'm going to taste it and see if there's anything else that I would like to add to make it yummy. Okay, so I got it all stirred up. And as you can see, it's really smooth. And it looks really, really good. I've seen a couple recipes that call for crunchy peanut butter to go in here. Or you can add chopped peanuts on top of the sauce. We like ours just creamy. So I am going to taste this and see if there's anything that we need to add, anything different. Oh, that is really good. It's a little bit salty. I'm sure glad that I did not add all of the soy sauce that it called for, that I skipped out on that a little bit. But me personally, I wouldn't add anything. I like it exactly like this. It's not very spicy. We hardly put any sriracha in, so you could totally add more sriracha. Or if you like it really limey, you could add some more lime, or garlic, or the ginger, whatever you like. This just gives it a great base. The other really cool thing you can do is just add a couple little drizzles of water, and it will thin it out really nicely so that when you're dipping your spring rolls in here, it's a little bit easier. This is pretty thick. So we're gonna put it into this bowl. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna get started with the spring rolls. I'm gonna get everything chopped up and ready, and then Ben is gonna come in and help us roll them. He does a much better job of rolling them than I do because he has a whole lot more patience than I do. They're super, super, super thin wrappers, and I tend to rip them or not do them tight enough. So he'll come in and help us at the end. So you can put so many different things in your spring rolls. I have seen people put shrimp and crispy tofu. We've had the crispy tofu and it's really, really good. Tonight we are gonna do imitation crab in ours. You can also do it just 100% veggies, and then you can play up the veggies. You can put all different things in there. So I'm just gonna wash our lettuce. So now we're just gonna kind of keep it nice and big like this. As you are rolling your spring rolls, you can make the lettuce a little bit smaller if you'd like, but I like to just take the nice big piece and put it right in the spring roll, and then you just pile all the yummy goodness inside, and it makes it awesome. So the next thing that we're gonna use is carrots, and you can buy carrots and you can chop them all up. I personally love the matchstick carrots. They're all ready to go. Some of these on here ready to grab. Okay, some carrots. And then we are gonna add bell pepper to this. I have a yellow bell pepper. And off the top. And it is really good to cut them nice and thin. Keeps everything kind of on the same consistency inside and makes it look really pretty. So you'll have nice thin carrots, nice thin bell peppers. We're gonna also add some cucumbers. You don't need to cut them any shorter than they are. Keeping them long is nice and thin and long. And easier too. And I told you I always go for the easy. So these. I could so be Rachel Ray. Just kidding, I really couldn't. Rachel Ray's awesome. Yeah, I love Paula Deen. and Guy Fieri, what's his name? We love him. There is this family joke of ours that every single time we're in a hotel room, we turn on the TV and we look for Food Network. It's our favorite channel that we can all agree on. We can throw on Food Network. Nobody complains too much. Ray kind of complains. He just made eyes at me. And every single time, without fail, that we are there or watching Food Network, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives is on. Triple D, every single time. I have no idea what the deal is. But we laugh so hard every time we go because we're like, put on Triple D, let's watch it. That's what we watch when we're done with our day's activities and we want to unwind for the night. Okay. So I'm going to peel this cucumber and rinse it off. And then we will slice this cucumber up nice and thin as well. So Ben and I went out to dinner one night and we went to a place that had pho, and it's Vietnamese soup with noodles and veggies. And a lot of times has bok choy, and it has become one of our absolute favorite meals. We love it. We make it at home and we love to get it when we are out. But we went into this particular Vietnamese restaurant and we looked at the appetizers and we decided to order these spring rolls. We really had never had spring rolls before. And so this is where our love of spring rolls came from. And we decided to try to make them at home. And then, like I was saying earlier, it's so fun with the variations. It's not the exact same meal every time you have it, unless that's what you want. But you can add shrimp, and you could probably do other meats if you really wanted to. But so far, the crab and the crispy tofu have been our favorites. The crispy tofu was great. Okay, got some cucumbers. Let's finish this other one. And then I will show you what you do with the rice papers. They are completely foreign to me before I ever started doing this. I had never eaten with them before, never tried them, never bought them. And they're actually kind of fun. They come in a package and you soak them in water to bring them back to being nice and soft. And then they are pliable and you can fill them and wrap them with whatever you want. And then you're ready to go. You don't have to cook them, you don't have to do anything. It's really easy and cool. Okay. So here we have the romaine lettuce, and you could probably use any lettuce that you like. We like romaine in our house. The matchstick carrots, the sliced cucumbers, and the sliced bell pepper. We just buy any old brand of crab meat. We haven't found one that we liked better than the others. And then these are the spring roll wrappers that we buy. Okay, so I have a round pan, kind of like a pie plate. This one's a little bit bigger than a typical 9-inch pie plate. And you open up the spring roll wrappers. And they are super, super thin. You put them in the water. You want to make sure that they're submerged in the water. Just get the little water on the top. And you just leave them for just a little bit until you are ready to start wrapping. Okay, so first you add the lettuce. It just kind of serves as a base and holds everything together. And then you can add all of your toppings. Add the cucumber and some bell pepper and a little bit of the crab meat. And some of the matchstick carrots. Oh, that looks so good. I'm excited. Ben's gonna tuck one side in. We're gonna try to leave one side open. We saw a few that were done like this. You could tuck in both sides, or you could just do one. And Ben says the trick is to tuck, tuck, tuck as you're rolling. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Awesome. That one looks really, really good. Very nice. Okay, so he's got a new rice paper. He's going to start off with the romaine lettuce and make a little bed for all the yummy babies to go inside. Cucumbers. Oh, Ray, you want to say hi?
Yeah.
Oh, Ray wants to say hi on the video. Here's Ray.
Guys, looking
Ray,
good.
do you like spring rolls?
No.
Ray does not like spring rolls.
Then again, I've never tried them, so I can't really say.
I'm glad I asked. The crab goes in there. And just as a little bit of note, there's Kinley. It's really a great idea as you're making them to add a new rice paper after you remove the other one from the water before you start making it, or else you will forget, and then when you go back it won't be ready. Because I've done that.
Fold it over, so.
Okay, so you fold in one side, and then you start rolling and tuck, tuck, tuck. He's using all his fingers to tuck all the ingredients in there as he's rolling.
And you can't see it.
And you can't see what he's doing, so I'm gonna have to show. Okay, so here's the wrapper. See how flimsy and pliable it is? And then you're gonna get all the ingredients. Oh, this was our buttermilk squash, I just said. Our butternut squash that Ray drew a face on that we were using to hold up our camera. So he added the lettuce and the cucumber, some of the crab meat, the bell pepper, and some carrots. And here we go, show us the tuck and roll. It's gonna fold in one side on the end. Oh, he's putting a little blanket on the baby this time. He's tucking it in, rolling the edge, and now he just tucks with his fingers as he's rolling. There he goes. Perfect. And it looks really pretty with all the yummy toppings coming out. Nice and cute for presentation. And the other great thing is to add some sesame seeds on top if you like sesame seeds. And add some, babe. It also makes it look really pretty. Look at that, it's snowing. Okay, so there you go. That is how we make these spring rolls and what we put inside of ours and the tips that we have for anybody who would like to make them. So tonight on the side of our spring rolls, we are going to have some miso soup. We've had this quite a few times when we go to different restaurants, different Asian restaurants. And this one is one I just picked up at Wegmans. And it says it's instant tofu miso soup. So it's got a little bit of the tofu in there, you can see floating, and a little bit of seaweed. And it's just really good. So we're going to open this up. And it says there's 3 packets inside. Emery, do you want some miso soup? Miso?
Sure.
Okay, Emery wants some, so we're gonna make all 3. Okay, so if we were gonna make an individual bowl of miso soup, we could just use one. But since 3 of us want to have some, we're gonna pour all 3 packets in here. So we're gonna add our water and we're gonna bring it up to a boil, and then we're gonna have some soup with our spring rolls. Okay, so we are ready to eat. I'm super excited. We have our miso soup, and I got these cute little bowls and spoons on Amazon. I love Amazon. And there are our spring rolls with our dipping sauce, and we have our sriracha if we want a little bit of kick. And Emery's here with us. She's having some miso. Let's everybody have a bite. It's a killer.
Oh crap.
They are very sticky, and so if they roll into each other, sometimes they kind of break them. That's bomb. Emery's having problems.
I have a iron sauce.
Oh my goodness. That's really good.
This stuff is good for everything.
So, after you eat spring rolls, or for me personally, I'm full. I'm like a happy full. I'm not a gross, I just ate so much food, Thanksgiving, I'm gonna die full. It's a very happy, I ate really healthy, yummy, good full. So this is one of my favorite things. How's the miso?
Tastes like soup.
Good. That was the point.
I really don't know if I like miso soup or not.
Try it.
Do you guys like it?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's so healthy. How could you not like it? How
I
could you not eat it, right?
don't like lettuce.
I love also that fall is coming, and that is soup season coming up. I love to have soup in the fall and the winter. Mmm. Oh, that's really good miso. Miso is a type of soup that it's a very strong flavor, and I just like to eat a little small bowl. I don't think I could eat a lot. Even Emery said that she was thinking that too, right?
Can they have a spring roll?
You want a spring roll?
No.
You want one bite?
The funny thing is she likes everything that's in there. She
Is
likes
she afraid
cucumbers.
of the outside?
What are you afraid of, Kinley?
The outside.
The outside is rice, baby, and rice is your favorite. Mmm.
Does it have peppers?
Emery doesn't. Hmm?
Can I check mine out?
Mm-hmm.
Here, have her try this bite.
No.
I'm eating.
Fragile.
It's like these little tortilla boats, and then we have sweet pork in them, sour cream, black beans, and cheese and rice.
Yesterday we
They're
made
good. Burritos.
sweet pork
Cafe
burritos, a copycat Cafe Rio sweet pork with cilantro lime rice and black beans and anything else good on it? Oh, and the cilantro ranch sauce.
My
Look
whole
at all
thing
that
just
goodness
fell out.
inside of there. Ooh, so fresh.
All right, thanks for watching. Emery just lost all her food.
Oh, it's just